Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Today we are going to crack the code on a test that could be your absolute key to starting a new life in Canada. It's called the CELPIP. So let's say you're planning your big move to Canada. Maybe it's for work, or to become a permanent resident, or even for citizenship. It's super exciting, right? But you probably know there's this one big step you gotta take to make that dream a reality. And yup, that big step is proving your English skills. You've got to take an official proficiency test, one that the Canadian government gives its stamp of approval to. Well, today we're going to demystify one of those tests. And what's cool about this one is that it was designed in Canada specifically for people just like you on their journey to Canada. It's called the CELPIP, and we are going to break down everything you need to know. Let's do this. All right, first up, what exactly is the CELPIP? Let's dig into what makes this all-Canadian test so unique. Okay, first things first, that name, CELPIP, actually stands for, get this, the Canadian English Language Proficiency Index Program. Yeah, it's a bit of a mouthful, right? That's exactly why pretty much everyone just calls it CELPIP. So this is what really gets to the heart of what makes CELPIP different. For starters, it is 100% computer delivered. That means you're not scheduling a separate, nerve-wracking speaking interview. And it's designed to test the kind of functional, day-to-day English we'll actually use. We're talking about North American accents and the vocabulary you'll hear on the streets of Toronto or Vancouver. Super practical stuff. Okay, Section 2, who takes this test? This is super important because you've got to find the right test for you. So who's actually taking the CELPIP, and why? Well, the biggest reasons are for applying for permanent residency, you'll hear that called PR a lot, and for Canadian citizenship. It's also a must-have for certain professional careers, like real estate agents or immigration consultants.
Pay close attention here, because this is probably the most important choice you'll make. If you're going for permanent residency or one of those professional designations, you need the full 3-hour general test. That one covers everything: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. But if you're just applying for citizenship, you're in luck. You only need to take the much shorter general LS test. It's only about 70 minutes and just focuses on listening and speaking.
All right, Section 3. Inside the 4 skills. This is what you've been waiting for, right? A look at what you'll actually be doing on test day. Okay, so the general test is designed to check your abilities across 4 main language skills. First up is listening. Now you're going to hear things like conversations and news reports, all with Canadian accents. But here's the catch, and it's a big one. The audio only plays one time. That's it. There's no rewind button, so taking good notes is absolutely crucial. Next up, we have the reading section. And honestly, the layout here is super user-friendly. You get the reading passage on the left side of the screen, and the questions are right there on the right. It's all on one screen, so you're not wasting precious time flipping back and forth.
Then comes the writing section. Here, you'll be typing out your answers for 2 different tasks. The first one is usually writing a practical, everyday email. For the second one, you'll respond to a survey question where you have to pick an option and explain why you chose it. And finally, we have this speaking test. I know, for a lot of people, this is the most nerve-wracking part. But CELPIP does this a bit differently. Instead of a face-to-face interview with an examiner staring at you, you just record your answers into a microphone. Seriously, a lot of test takers find this way less stressful. Okay, next section, the computerized advantage. Because the fact that this test is all on a computer, well, that's one of its biggest features. And this is where it gets really helpful. Because it's on a computer, you get this amazing on-screen toolkit. You finish the whole thing in one setting, no coming back for a second appointment. You've got personal timers for each section to help you manage your time. There's a word counter for the writing tasks. And get this, there's even a spell check that'll highlight potential spelling errors for you. Plus, you can cut, copy, and paste just like you would in a normal document. So, feeling ready to start preparing? Let's talk about your path to success. The best part is, the official CELPIP resources lay out a really clear path for you to follow. So here's a simple 3-step path to get you started. First, attend the free webinars. They're a great way to just understand the test format and what to expect. Step 2, take the free sample tests. This is huge for figuring out your strengths and weaknesses. And finally, Step 3, you can dive into the official study materials to really focus your practice on the areas you need to improve. So, the big question is, are you ready to show what you know and take that next big step on your Canadian journey? You see, the CELPIP isn't really about testing some abstract academic English. It's about showing that you're ready for everyday life in Canada. So it's not just about if you know the language, it's about whether you're ready to start living it.